not what we're doing. That is not what we're doing. We're not doing Normalium Z Hyper Beam. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? This is super cool. This is super, super cool. Conversion. So this changes the user's type to match its first move. So we're actually going to go Thunderbolt, then Conversion. Now there are a few interesting sets we can, a few interesting directions you can take this in. And is the stream starting? I'm really confused. Okay, seems like we're finally. I don't understand why there was such a significant delay, but anyway, hopefully most of that got in there. Are you kidding? It showed me an ad immediately. Cause see, I'm watching. Weirdly enough, like, cause I look at chat through my phone, right? And they don't allow you to check chat just through, YouTube, like Creator Studio or whatever. So I'm actually like watching the same stream as you guys are, and it just immediately showed me an ad, which is wild. But anyway, apologies for the slight tardiness. I will, yeah. Anyway, so this is what this does. And let's just write this down. So Porygon-Z, roll, sweeper. That is what it does. What does Z conversion do? So let me explain this. So Omni Boost, as in +1 to all stats, and then changes type to type of first move. So basically it's like Terra before there was Terra, which is pretty fun. It's like we're gonna get to see almost like a Terra Electric Porygon-Z. It'll pretty much be the same thing as Terra Electric Porygon-Z. Now there are a few different sets you can run with this, and we're going to go over a couple. So this is pretty much the best set. You always run this, and you run. I actually don't know quite what speed, and we're going to take a quick vote because we're using actually a different view today. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the builder is a little bigger. I've cut out some unnecessary things and just made the view bigger. So when we get into the battle, I'll ask you guys kind of how you feel about the new zoom ratio, I guess, that we're using today. But no, it's not Omni Boost cheese because it always happens. The Omni Boost always happens. It's not cheese. So anyway, though, there are kind of two angles you can go from here. But actually, I guess let's get the speed down first. Porygon, I feel like we probably... I mean, we don't even outspeed Scarflando with Timid, though, right? So we probably just go Modest, if I'm being, like, really honest. Because what do we need on Modest to outspeed Drag? Do we outspeed Dragapult? No, Dragapult got banned, didn't it? Like, we don't outspeed it, but Dragapult got banned, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. So, like, what's a max speed Zama? Yeah, max speed Zama's 412, so we probably go Modest, and then we just have enough speed for Zama, so like 240. So yeah, Pulp getting banned is kind of cool for this. So we probably go like 240 and then just throw it in that. So that gives us our EVs pretty simply. I like going with Modest because I'm just greedy like that. And then yeah, Trishula says accept evasion and accuracy. Yeah. Of course. So we're not going to use like Thunder on Porygon. If it did boost accuracy, we'd be using Thunder and maybe Blizzard. I think, does it get Blizzard? Yeah, we'd be using Thunder and Blizzard, which would actually be super hype. So it's kind of sad it doesn't boost accuracy. But yeah, it gives you an Omni boost other than, those. So then from here, there are two real directions you can take the team in. Also, guys, as always, guys, let me know how the music is. There's the recover angle and there's the nasty plot angle. Both of which work pretty well on screens. And I guess before I'll address one more set first. There is another set where you go NP, recover, conversion, and then you run like Shadow Ball, or I mean, like, let's just look at the special things. I think you can do it with Ice Beam. I've seen it with Ice Beam. I've seen it with Dark Pulse. I've seen it with... Yeah, I think realistically, so like sets, there's Bolt Beam, and then there's mono attacking, which is Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball, basically just Dark Pulse and Shadow Ball. Oh, and then Ice Beam, yeah. I think by far the best set is... What is... Okay, someone's... Okay, I was confused in chat when I heard someone talking about Dragon Dance. I was thinking like maybe Double Dance was what was being talked about. But anyway. So realistically though, I think the best set by far is the Bolt Beam set. So we're not going to go with like, you know, we're not going to go with this. I think this is kind of just trash. But you know, we can maybe give it a go later. And yeah, we're definitely not doing Hyper Beam. Somebody asked how much, Trishel asking how much should we do to Pharaoh with Ice Beam? Not much, not gonna lie. It's not great. Like, yeah, I mean, that's how much we're doing to Pharaoh, which is like not terrible. Because it will be an electric type, right? So like, oh wait, no, it will be electric. So with adaptability, and then we'll be +1. So this is how much we're doing. We're actually doing the same amount with Thunderbolt to Pharaoh, which is kind of sad. But yeah, I think, let's check King Gambit. I'm interested to see that. So King Gambit is apparently dropping, which is super cool. So like SD Gambit will die in one hit, which is really awesome. Somebody's saying Porygon craves Terra Fighting Terra Blast. So guys, this is Nat Dex, as I hope the title says, unless I got that wrong. Nope, it definitely says that correct. Yeah, so this is Nat Dex. Terra is banned because the Nat Dex people know how to do tiering. So yeah, we're going to start with the Recover, but if we feel like Nasty Plot, we can switch. But if anyone in chat has strong opinions or like a lot of experience with PZ and wants to make a case for, you know, Nasty Plot, I'm down to hear it, but I feel like Recover is just going to be a lot more... I think it's going to be a lot more reliable. And definitely, I think you want to turn into an electric type. You turn into an ice type, you're defensively just like really horrible. And electric, you know, gives you a lot more power and a lot better things against neutral targets. And yeah, I generally just think electric is absolutely the way to go. It just seems like so much better. Somebody said you tried Agility Last Resort. It's a sleeper hit. That sounds terrible. So guys, check this out, right? It's a ghost type. You ever seen one of these before? They're pretty common, and they completely stop that. You guys know how I feel about cheese. I like it sometimes, but, you know, like a light garnish. I don't like a lot of cheese. So, and most days I don't like any cheese at all. So today will be one of those no cheese days. So, Team Archetype, this is going to be simple, because I'm kind of exhausted today. I think that's just the Thursday thing, because it's my last day of classes, so I'm sort of just burnt out. But burnt out of work, not burnt out of Pokemon, so I'm hyped to do. I'm having a good time now. But anyway, it's going to be a hyper offense team. It doesn't take a lot of brain power to build, more so just a lot of testing. Yeah, and Trishla asking why adaptability over conversion. So let's talk about this, right? The thing that makes download great is choiced stats. And here's the thing a lot of people get wrong. Stab is 1.5. Okay? And I want you guys to listen carefully to this explanation. Stab is 1.5. Adaptability makes stab 2 times. It is not a 1.5 times boost. Download can give 1.5 times special attack boost. 1.5 times 1.5 is 2.25, meaning on choiced sets, and generally just when clicking adaptability, or when clicking any attack on any choice set, or even a non-choice set, download, if you can get the special attack boost, is superior even when clicking normal moves to adaptability by a significant margin. That is almost an additional, like, well, I guess it's kind of, you kind of think of an additional life or boost is a little false there, but point is, difference between 2 times and 2.25 times is very significant. Now, but on this set, let's talk about, because I'm usually a huge download stan on Porygon-Z. On this set, we're already getting a +1 Omni Boost guaranteed. right? So that's 1.5. So we're getting 1.5, and then we're also getting the 2 times stab boost, right? Now, if we were to go with download, we'd be getting the 1.5 times stab boost. Or sorry, yeah, if we went with download, we'd be getting a 2 times boost, but only a 1.5 times stab. Notice how these two are the same. So as in, check this out. So look at this damage, 94 to 110, right? And we are at, modest adaptability. What if we made this download? Look, notice how it's exactly the same amount of damage? Math is important, guys. It's only multiplication, but it is actually very real to understand. So the reason we're not running adaptability on this set is because adaptability on a Omni boosting set is strictly better, because we will every time get that power. Now, I guess it's not strictly better because there's still Ice Beam to consider. But for the most part, you'll just be clicking Thunderbolt every time. And then Ice Beam for the things that it hits super effectively, which are going to, for the most part, drop anyway. So basically, on this set, adaptability is a lot more reliable. On choice sets, you want to go with download. Or on, I guess, any other sets. If it has setup, you don't want to go with download. If it doesn't have setup, you want to go with download. Okay, there's math lesson out of the way. No, we are running adaptability. Yeah, we are running adaptability. There's the explanation. Okay. And yeah, adaptability will... that's the other thing. People seem to be confused about this. Why am I running adaptability without any normal moves? You turn into an electric type when you use this Z move. And those saying bro's not living anything to recover, you seem to be forgetting that it gets defense boosts. Do you guys know what Z... People in chat seem to not know what Z conversion does. I typed the whole thing up. Anyway, though. Now, Trishula asking if it would let you 2-hit KO Pharaoh. No, it wouldn't. It absolutely would not. No. Look at this. Yeah. So, no. Like, that's 30% after leftovers, assuming no Tect, no Leech Seed, and it's like this weird mix set that's not special. No. Realistically, no, it's not worth it. Yeah. I think adaptability is going to be better. Yeah, and download gets an attack boost pretty frequently. We don't really want to be limited like that. Okay, but we can consider download, I guess. If we really find that they're like, wow, we just keep running into easy Pokemon to get the download boost on, maybe, but I don't think it's worth it. Someone says one thing to consider, Modest does make you slower than Scarf Gold. Yeah, but Scarf Gold, I feel like, is not that common in Nat-Dex. I don't see Scarf Gold hardly ever. We can check. Let's take a look. Nat-Dex. Let's see what gold is packing. I feel like it's always these like fat sets. I haven't seen a Scarf Gold. Yeah, they're at like Scarf is at 5% usage on Goldango. I'm not super worried about that. Yes, it is kind of, Z conversion kind of is terrestrialization at home, but we haven't, terrestrialization's banned. So we're cool there. Now, let's talk about this Porygon-Z. So here's the, let's do a little strengths and weaknesses. And weaknesses. So weaknesses, frail, not struggles to set up. I guess it doesn't struggle to set up. Setup can be difficult, I would say, because you've got to kind of get it on something you're faster than, which is, not ideal. Outsped by pretty much every Scarfer. Yeah. Yeah, let's say every Scarfer. Realistically, all but the absolute slowest Scarfers are outspeeding this thing. So there is that to consider. Scarf Tusk is a thing now. Oh, that, you know what? That is true. Yeah, because Great Tusk... Yeah, Great Tusk actually with a speed boost in Sun is a very real consider. So let's go Timid then. And let's outspeed Tusk. and then we'll go the rest in HP. I think that's probably better. We definitely don't want to be getting outsped by Tusk and Sun. Good note. Yeah, because that's a very common thing in this tier. So yeah, good stuff. Thank you, Trishula. Appreciate that. I think we've got the optimal set now, though. Another weakness, can't break stall. Like, realistically, you're not getting past that. You can't break stall. Like, no guaranteed chip. Like, if people have an answer to this Porygon, they have an answer to this Porygon. You know, they either have an answer or they don't. Strengths, really strong late game cleaner. I feel like it's just really, really, really threatening late game. Hits almost everything hard, which is good. I mean, we'll see how good it actually is in practice, but I feel like it's definitely got some power. And then I guess another weakness is you know, it does take up the Z slot, which is worthy of consideration. Someone said Pikalytics is behind by a lot. Yeah, no, it definitely is. So let's talk about things that wall it. Walled by Clodsire, Chansey, Ting Lu. Is there anything else? Ferrothorn. Spadef Ferrothorn, I think. So we ideally want to have things on the team that will force chip on these Pokemon. That's the idea. I feel like this feels like it's going to be like an SD Wellspring type of situation. Ooh, like a sub SD Wells. I feel like let's just get some teammates down, or is it only one? Oh, I typed 3. Okay. Ogerpon W, and I feel like sub SD Cudgel Hornleech could be really cool here, because I think that set kind of ruins stall, which is awesome. Oh yeah, and like yeah, Chansey plus Blissey, we can put that, I guess. So yeah, teammates, that looks pretty good. Because the other thing is, a lot of people, like, Porygon-Z is an inconsistent Pokemon, and this is something I think I actually made kind of a whole video explaining this, but a huge mistake a lot of people make, they're building around a Pokemon they know is inconsistent, and they try to, like, have these cheesy lures, or, like, make sure, or, like, you know, things that'll try to, like, bait out damage on the walls. Realistically, it's all, if you can't force chip on the walls, which sometimes you can. Sometimes you can add Pokemon that pretty reliably. Someone says, is it walled by Clodsire with such a powerful Ice Beam? Yes, because Clodsire has Unaware almost all the time. We got to remember that. Yeah, so we want to just attack the archetype. So like a lot of these Pokemon, with the exception of Spadafero and Ting Lu, I guess, are really, these are on bulkier teams. So like a sub SD Wellspring, you know, that would help a lot there. Okay, somebody says Mawile walls. No, it does not. That's it. I'm pretty sure Mawile's dying in one hit to a Thunderbolt. Let's see. Yeah, no, Mawile is getting fried. Is it walled by Clefable? Like, Unaware Spadef? Yeah, but that's, I'm not gonna write that down. That's not, I don't think that's like a major force in the tier. Yeah, and Agera saying it appreciates screens. Yeah, so that was definitely something I considered. Yeah, screen setters, especially just PZ being frail, struggling to set up. Screens HO was what I had in mind going into this, but definitely good to get that down. Yeah, and we are timid now, so let's get that into. I mean, we're still killing Mawile, but walled by Mega Swampert? Like, yeah, but like, come on, like. Yeah, we are walled by Megapert, though. But I don't think that's really a thing. Like, is Rain really... I feel like Rain has got to be terrible in Nat decks. Yeah, Swampert's at like 2% usage. Shifu? No, we're blowing up Shifu. I don't think there's anything else that really warrants putting down. I think we're good. I mean, I guess Excadrill, but that's not really like a major presence in the tier. Like Mamo, there are a bunch of like little random things that kind of stop PZ, but yeah. Okay, so cool. I think this is a pretty comprehensive list. So I really do like the idea. We definitely need a stall breaker. We want to pair this with a stall breaker for sure. I feel like Gyarados could be interesting. Mega Gyarados specifically, you know, with that mold breaker could be really cool. We could try that set that ruined us with the Manectric team, like that sub EQ crunch set, like with the no water move. That could be interesting. I could be down to give that a go. Yeah, priority for sure. Obviously, priority is not great for PZ, but no, E-Speed D-Knight sets are on, I would imagine, on the decline after the Terra ban. Why did we switch to Timid again? Speed booster Tusk. That's why. So, what else? I don't know much about Hyper Offense and Nat decks. Honestly, I feel like we need some kind of hazard support. Is something I'm thinking we'll want. Because yeah, I like PZ just hates hazard. I mean, particularly toxic spikes. Like it's okay with sponging rocks if it really needs to, but it really doesn't want to come in on toxic spikes. Is Porygon killing Lele and Coco in one hit? That's not a stupid question. I feel like probably after rocks. Okay, not quite. It's not quite killing Lele. Coco. No, because that's +2. Because we adapt. Okay, we got to go adaptability. Let's check that again. Yeah. Okay, Lele is actually dying. That's wild. And Coco is dying after rocks to Thunderbolt, which is pretty cool. So another question is, do we want our own hazards on this team? Does Porygon appreciate hazards, or does it? Yeah, Coco Lucha is definitely something I considered. It's because it gives PZ the electric terrain boost, gives screens. So yeah, that was definitely Coco Lucha was something on my mind. I guess I'm wondering, like, because okay, realistically, if you're running a hyper offense, like you can both set and remove hazards. You go like a Tusk Aatrot kind of route. It's possible, but I just wonder if we want to go that route. Does PZ want? How badly does Porygon want hazards? I guess is the question. How badly does Porygon want hazards? I feel like it doesn't need it, really. Oh, Iron Treads. That's a real version of Excadrill. Yeah, I feel like BZ doesn't really need Hazard Chip that much. I think we'd rather, given the team Pokemon we're looking at, I think we'd much rather keep hazards off the field than try to do both. So I feel like a Taunt Coco is solid here. Let's give this a go. So like let's say we go with this, like a Light Clay set, right? Like just Taunt, U-turn, Light Screen Reflect, nothing crazy there. And let's quickly look into some megas. I think Mega Gyarados is the best there is for stall breaking. There are some other interesting options for like hazard prevention. We could go with like a Diancie, or something like a Mega Absol. Diancie with rocks and then like sub Endeavor stuff is pretty cool. Mega Diancie, sub Endeavor. That could be cool. I'd be down for that. We're not adding in Alomomola. Not this time. I guess Heracross. Mega Heracross is kind of a stall breaker as well, so that could be cool. Always an option. It does really mess up the Pokemon that PZ struggles with, but that's not really what you need, because, you know, with HO, you want to stay in. You want something that chips it more than something that just destroys it. Why U-turn over Volt Switch? So we can U-turn on ground types. Metacham, yeah. True, that's an option as well. I feel like just given the setup aspect of this, I really want to use Mega Heracross, but probably, I'm thinking Gyarados is probably our best bet here. I think it'll work well. Like chip, I feel like it gets the chip we need on Pharaoh. I do feel like we really want a Wellspring here. Just because of how good of a matchup I feel like it has into the teams that we struggle with. I feel like we really want a Wellspring. Like I think it's going to decimate all the fat teams that Porygon hates. Yeah, I guess we can creep. You know, honestly, we might as well. Let's just go max, I guess. We're so close to Tusk speed tier, like we might as well. Yeah, Mega Gyarados is looking pretty good. Let's just say we go with a Gyarados. Like what's the next step? I still want something that's going to chip Ting Lu, and I'm not seeing that yet. I'm not seeing. We have our stall breakers, so I think we're okay with like an unaware Claude, but I want to see something that's going to chip a Ting Lu, because those are on balanced teams. Those are, you know, hanging around places. Yeah, Great Tusk doesn't look bad because we do want hazard control, so I could definitely see a Tusk. I'd like to add a poison type just because I hate the our toxic spike situation, but it's not like the end of the world because we do have Taunt Coco, but we either need removal or a poison type, or ideally both. I think, actually, no, I think we kind of need removal either way. Let's think about this. What do we need? I mean, we kind of need a ground type too, don't we? We need... Yeah. Although, no, so there are a few different angles we could go here. I'm trying to think if there are any... So we need a Fairy Resist. For sure. You can't get by without that. So, guys, great question in chat from Anna. Does Ogerpon not chip Ting Lu? So no, because Ogerpon destroys Ting Lu. Nobody is staying in with Ting Lu against an Ogerpon. You don't want something that obliterates it. You want something that says, come on in, Ting Lu, you have to deal with me. Something like a Nasty Plot Make It Rain Goldango, for example. Ting Lu deals with gold, so people are going to switch in gold to deal with Ting Lu, get Nasty Plot to get Make It Rained on, that kind of thing. You know, so it's like, you don't want a Pokemon that a Ting Lu's never going to stay in against. You want to get something that's what their team, that's what the Ting Lu is for on their team, so it will take damage. That's kind of the idea there, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't think we're going to end up having a T-Spike Absorber. If I look at the poison types, yeah, they're too defensive, or too Mega Beedrill, and you know, we can't really fit that. So I think we're going to just go with the Great Tusk route. Probably just booster, like, I think this is fine. Like a booster speed set. I think this is okay. Gives us some immediate speed. Gives us some removal. We definitely want priority for the last, so I think we want Fairy Resist and priority for the last. Let's see if there's anything else that we're like, we really can't handle. Is there anything with priority that's a fairy resist other than Mega Scizor, which, you know, we obviously can't do? I mean, I guess we could replace Mega Gyarados for Mega Scizor, but that kind of opens up other issues. Then we need like a flying, something flying. Won't Coco chip Tinglu? No, it just has U-turn. So, no. Yeah, like I'd like to add a Hawlucha, because that would be so fast, it would almost be like priority, kind of, sort of. But it's not a fairy resist, and I do think we need a fairy resist. We might have to go without one, but that seems bad. Doesn't look like we're fine. I mean, like, I guess Aegislash, but that just seems like a trap. I feel like if you have to add an Aegislash, you ought to just, like, use a different team, you know what I'm saying? Does Scizor fit with this team? No, I feel like Scizor is one of those megas that you slowly chip down your opponent's team and then win with Swords Dance later. I don't think Scizor is a hyper offense kind of... I don't think Scizor is a hyper offense kind of mega, but Trishula, let me know what you think about that statement. Trishula does know. I don't always accept Trishula's backseat gaming, but they know a lot about Scizor. And all the priority Pokemon are weak to Fairy, it seems. Maybe priority is not as big of a deal in that dex, and I'm just scarred from SV, but I don't know, it doesn't sit right. It does not sit right at all. Let's see. Let's suppose we abandon priority. What would our fairy resist Pokemon be for the last? Yeah, I considered Nasty Plot Gold. Trishla says it is. Thanks for that great explanation. What is? There were a lot of things I said that you could mean by that. Please clarify. Do you mean it is, as I described it, being... is sometimes an HO-mon with no roost. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't sound good, though. I know it's sometimes used as one. Everything is... almost everything is used as anything. I mean, like, is it good, or is it just trash? Like, is it actually... does it work? Or is it just inconsistent? I guess you did use a Scizor Hyper Offense team, didn't you? Yeah, let's... because then we can run Hawlucha, which is the... Let's give it a go. Like, this leaves us without a fire resist, which is not ideal. But I feel like that's okay. No, we are pretty weak to Zard, though, aren't we? We are pretty weak to Zard, so let's maybe reconsider that Lucha. But we can... okay, so we can go, like, Bullet Punch, Knock, whoops. Knock off, CC. Like, this seems kind of cool. We can give that a go. What is our team now? We need fire resist. Is there anything else we're lacking? We kind of ghost resist, maybe, but I don't think that's like a super top priority. No, I did not see your comment about Scarf Kartana, but I don't think we want a Scarf Kartana here. If we were to go with a fire resist, what would it be? That's the question. There just aren't that many in the tier. A lot of the fire resists I'm seeing kind of need Z to really work well. Someone chat saying, I finally got to top 20 at 120 using Mecha Sizz. If I find you on ladder today, I'll show you how nice it can be. I guess I can't stop you, but I would prefer, given you know my team, that you not stream snipe. I'd like to kind of face random blind opponent. But I guess how many people on Nactex ladder kind of know about this. Yeah, just don't look at my moves, but I guess if you find me, you find me. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, so yeah, Trishula, Moon pretty much needs Z to work well, does it not? Well, I guess booster energy is still legal. So that's kind of a thing. I don't know though. I feel like non-Z Moon. I guess booster, like let's see what Roaring Moon's up to. Do they ever run booster? Apparently most of the time. Okay, so I guess I'm just wrong about that. Yeah. No, I guess that makes sense. Booster would be good here too. Yeah, no, that does kind of fit our needs. In that case, we'll go dual wing beat because we want that knock to be strong for Moon. DD, knock, probably EQ because can Gambit. Let's see what else. Let's see what they run in this tier. What moves? Doesn't show move. Oh, here they are. I was gonna say. Booster. I feel like they probably don't run acro anymore much, do they? Trishla in chat, tell me what I should run for this last slot. I'm gonna start plugging in sets. Yeah, we'll just go with that. That's fine. This, I'm greedy, so let's go adamant. This, how much speed do you want? Trishula, also tell me in chat how much speed to put on this. Okay, that works. You got these down. Good. I think... Yeah, Moon was banned, but it got unbanned. So, no, you're not remembering wrong. It did get banned. Yeah, this is Hyper Offense. This is a Hyper Offense team. Porygon-Z, this is a super inconsistent mon. It's not going to work outside of Hyper Offense. Yeah, Acrobatics could be okay. I guess that hits Zama pretty well. I could see Acrobatics. I could see Outrage. Yeah, Acro for Zama. Okay, that seems fine. Let's go with that. And I think we do want to go Jolly on this, just because Ival is looking a little bit scary for this team. Enough to outspeed uninvested Heatran. Heatran, okay. That's like not much speed at all, but sure. So let's see. Heatran uninvested is this. Let's take into account the 16 situations. Let's hit 214. That seems fine. It's kind of a lot, but sure. And yeah, we're adamant, locked in there. Yeah, we do want to be Technician. I guess, actually, no, we ought to start off with Light Metal, because we might switch in on something, and that would help. If Tusk isn't boots, how do you deal with webs? I don't think webs is much of a thing in Nactex, but the plan is just to taunt whatever leads. Yeah. And we can also just lead and, like, immediately Terra. I mean, use our Z with Porygon. This seems... I don't know how this will be. As I said, HO is kind of weird because it's one of those things you sort of just have to test. I feel like Hyper Offense doesn't really... I feel like Hyper Offense is one of those things you kind of just have to give it a go and see what happens. Why recover on PZ? Just to, I mean, to heal. Get out of Sucker Punch mind games. Wall some random Pokemon. Okay, this is obviously not what you want to see. Like, when you're playing, yeah, you don't want to see this. But we do have sub on Ogerpon, which is good. HF. Also, let me check my elo. I have not played. Okay, we've decayed a ton, but yeah, I have not played. I think we were 1800 last time. I have not played this since the last stream. Just things have been crazy, but we'll be okay. So we're gonna start off with Ogrepon here, because I'm thinking what's going to happen is the Hatterene will lead. We're going to Ivy Cudgel it, do a ton of damage. Then the Hatterene will click Healing Wish as we sub up. That's the dream. That's the plan. Oh no, but Hyperspace Fury. That goes through sub, doesn't it? It bypasses sub. That's not good. Okay, second plan number 2. We lead Coco, we set screens. I think that's better. Okay, yeah. So we're just going to reflect immediately. We also have Scizor, which looks good. So I'm thinking my doom and gloom perspective on Trick Room is probably a little pessimistic. We're actually not looking too bad here. Okay, so that's fine. I feel like probably just go Tusk, right? Like, I feel like that's probably okay. I mean, I don't think we live with Tusk. Do we live 2 Facades? Oh, we actually do. That's great. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, we're definitely just going Tusk. Yeah, Wellspring Scizor. I'm actually thinking good here. But no, yeah, our elo here is 1705. And we get a nice little critical hit here. Certainly no complaints there. And I don't believe if I get based on that roll, because that was a bad roll for our opponent, if I go minus defense, it is a 31% chance to kill. So I still think the Hatterene switch is so likely. I think we go for the Headlong Rush. Yeah, okay, cool. So we get the Headlong Rush off on the Hatterene. We don't do much. That's okay. And I think I'm just going to go Scizor here, because I feel like it'll probably try to set something up. Yeah, and then we can threaten here with the Bullet Punch, which I believe will kill. Yeah, it's looking likely. So, and yeah, we have no reason not to Mega Evolve this, and we're just going to go for the Bullet Punch. Okay, and we have a few turns of Protect left, so it's pretty much totally fine that the Marowak came in. We can just go Moon on this, and we will tank that Flare Blitz just fine. And here, I think I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake because that covers them all. Oh my gosh! Wow, I honestly did not think that would kill even. Low kick. Wow, I had no idea that was a thing at all. But okay, so be it. I think just probably Wellspring, right? Yeah, because I can go Wellspring here, and we can Swords Dance, which is the cool part. Do we kill this thing when it Mega Evolves? Likely to, yeah. So let's just go for that. Come on. Oh, come on. Was that actually, I guess I should have checked the calc. So it's probably, yeah, it's max HP. So that was not that bad of a roll. No, yeah. So that was actually probably a high roll. So I can't really complain. We can go into Coco here. I probably want to reflect first, and then we can U-turn out. It's not looking good. I won't lie to you guys. It's not looking good anymore. I think going Wellspring there was a mistake. I should not have risked that. Is there a point in getting up a light screen? Probably not. Let's just U-turn here. And I think I'm scared I'm going to get Mystical Fire here, but I think we have to go for it. I'm clicking Bullet Punch again. Okay, cool. We got it this time. That's good. Marowak. Can Tusk live too? I feel like Tusk can probably live too. It's a Tusk, right? Yeah. Actually, no, it's likely to two-shot. This Pokemon. Wow. Maybe we let Porygon go. Hello, Lang. How's it going? This is so bad. I'm trying to figure out how we win this. Okay, we need rocks. Yeah. Okay, I think I see the vision now. We sack Porygon here. I guess we can go for this and like pop a Z conversion, but like, yeah, we're just gonna die. And then we can go Task, we can set rocks here. This is, okay, I think I see the vision now. I think I know what needs to be done. I'm worried. I think, though, I'm going to click Ice Spinner here, and then I'm going to Headlong Rush. No, but you just, yeah. I think you can just Healing Wish into Marowak here is the thing. Is what I'm concerned about. Okay, the Mawile gets sacked. Yeah, but you can go Marowak here, and what are my odds to die? So it's about a 50... It's a little more than 50% that I die. And I'm pretty sure Coco gets one shot. Yeah, Coco gets one shot. So we have to live here. We live. Tusk, you're a legend. That was kind of a low roll. Let me check that. So I think the play here is we sack Coco, then we go... So I think we go Coco, then Scizor. Or no, hold on. No, I'm acting crazy. Yeah, we Headlong here. Then we go Scizor. Now we go Coco. Cool, because now we get up a nice Reflect. I will taunt this thing. If it's Mental Herb, it's Mental Herb. It's Mental Herb. Okay, so be it. I think that's fine. I think I go hard Scizor here, because then the Fire Punch cannot kill us. Yeah. And are we killing with Bullet Punch here? I think we should be. Yeah, we are. And then we should kill this Hoopa with Bullet Punch into U-turn. Someone says, bro, you are not Blunder. Don't sack featured mons like that. It was an Ursaluna Trick Room. Conversion-Z Porygon was never doing anything. We knew going into this that this would not be a consistent Pokemon. It's going to get sacked some games, and other games it'll do everything. So we got a little bit lucky there with the rolls on Marowak, for sure. It was probably like a 60% chance to kill when you factor in the critical hit. But... yeah, we definitely... I think the main mistake was the Ogerpon, but then also I had no idea this thing had low kick. Like, that seems kind of whack to me that it's even using low kick, but... I mean, I guess I can't really hate because it worked out. Makes sense, I suppose, for, I don't know, maybe Tinglu or something. But, yeah, solid win. Team, I think the closeness of that game was more so my fault than the team's fault. Okay, Sun, interesting. This is a game where I could see Porygon doing pretty well. I almost want to start off with Porygon and just immediately go for it. But I feel like we want screens first. So let's start off with Coco. And if we see a Torkoal, I think we taunt it. No way. Okay, looks like we're facing a fan. Or someone that recognizes me, at least. Hopefully a fan. Moon lead. Can this thing kill with a Scarf EQ? No, it can't. Okay, we're gonna click. What am I saying? We're gonna click Reflect. Oh wow, viewer's doing amazing. I just reloaded it and checked. Over 200 for a Nat Deck stream. This is wild. Thank you guys for the support. We're gonna taunt this thing right off the bat. Yeah, we're going to just taunt this thing immediately. I do not want... I mean, if we get, like, overheated and we die, that sucks. But, okay, yeah. I figured it would just go for the rocks. Okay, we get up a light screen here. Yeah, we don't really take that much from a... I mean, we do take a lot from a Sludge Bomb, but I'm just going to U-turn here. I figured the growth would come out. That's fine. It's got to be Moon every time, right? And then I think we just... So this knockoff is assuming we don't have our item, I believe. Yeah, so we actually won't kill with that. I think Calc is straight up lying to us here. So we're going to go for a knockoff. We maybe should have burned that immediately so we did more to Tusk and stuff. But I'm thinking the way these first few games have gone, screens have been super important. So I'm glad we have them. Okay, we get poisoned, which is kind of unfortunate, but doesn't really matter. I mean, it would have been nice to have Moon around a little bit healthier so we could switch into some of the other threats, but, you know, it's okay. So I don't know if U-turn from this opposing Moon kills here. So it actually does not. It needs Poison Chip to kill. So we're going to Earthquake here. Okay, so that's Banded. Good to know. We've confirmed Banded. Oh yeah, like the stream. Here, let me click the button so it does the thing. Okay, it feels weird to do this in Sun, but like low-key Wellspring looks good here, which is hilarious. But, you know, Wellspring moment, what can I say? Let's SD. I definitely could see Porygon late gaming this. The problem is just that Moon being so fast. Let's go for a Horn Leech. Okay, we see Banded Outrage come out. We go for Horn Leech. I'm really hoping it doesn't get confused this turn, because if it doesn't get confused, we can kill it now. Let's see. Okay, cool. I think we kill it now, right? Yeah, we kill it now, and that's really, really good for Porygon. I think Porygon's going to end game this for us. I honestly just want to stay in close combat. Like, I really don't see what this Scizor is doing for me. Yeah, Erupt, like, that's fine. Like, that could have been bad if we, you know. So, no, I'm happy with how that turned out. Let's go Tusk, because it's booster speed. So we'll be able to force this thing out. Let's just go for the Headlong. Okay, opposing Tusk comes in. Let's just go for the Ice Spinner. I don't want to ever end up in a situation where this Tusk bulks up and starts sweeping. So we're just going to make sure that doesn't happen. That's the name of the game here. Yeah, like this is fine. I don't see the vision. We're clicking Headlong again. I don't know what. I guess there was really no good option there, but I feel like Torkoal was probably the play. Is it weird to prefer SV over Natex? No, that's totally fine. Everybody has their preferences. SV is more competitive, which I like. Like Natex is kind of silly, and the ladder is not as serious, and it's harder to find opponents, and the opponents aren't quite as high of a quality. I feel like just the more people on a ladder, generally the kind of more intense and competitive it gets in that sense. We're going to actually go Headlong here, just in case Torkoal swaps in. Yet now, because we'll get a Sun Boost from Proto, I'm actually okay to swap out here. Can we have Burning Jealousy? Sure. We're just going to Light Screen. Okay, that's kind of annoying, I guess, but that doesn't really matter. Let's U-turn. Okay, Heatran comes out. Totally fine. We bring in Tusk. We get that speed boost. We click Headlong. Yeah, it's kind of weird to run a team that's so bad against Tusk, but I guess... Yeah, no, that's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't really know what my opponent's doing here. This thing can never outspeed in any world. And I don't think we need to ever worry about preserving our Headlong Rush PP, so I'll just go for that. For the sake of trying to use Porygon-Z, let's get that in here. If we die to an Eruption, that's going to be sad. We live. Good. And we should outspeed here. And I think, do we kill? This is a no defense Heatran. This calc is not being accurate at all. Okay, we have a good chance to kill. And we don't kill. Oh, but it is so little. Porygon, you legend. We're covering up. That's so funny. That just Eruption just did 2.9 because it was so low that Eruption's HP base. That was silly. I am shocked that that did not kill Torkoal. This is a max Spadef Torkoal. But okay, we got another win. Team performed solidly there. Remember to like the stream, guys. Really appreciate the support. Okay, we're facing a Tinglu, so we're this is our first sort of test against like an actual, bulkier team. So we'll see how we shake up. I really like Scizor here. Scizor looks so good. Especially if we can get Moon to do some damage by like, well, we probably won't get to knock the Lando, unfortunately. PZ looks not bad. Everything looks like one Pokemon away from sweeping. I feel like it really just depends on what dies. But the only thing that doesn't need any support to get kills is Ogre. So I think the plan is to get screens up, and then we'll start swinging with the Water Pawn. But let's just start off here with screens. Or actually, do we want to taunt right off the bat? I think we do. If we get knocked, that would suck. But I feel like you're not going to want to knock a Coco immediately. A lot of these guys are Z. Recover, I mean, no. Was Recover useful? No. Like, it didn't do anything that game. But we wouldn't have needed Nasty Plot yet either. Okay, we taunt. Let's see. We get Moon Blasted. Oh my gosh. This thing is Life Orb. Yeah, sadly, I do think we just take the Light Screen and ditch. Okay, fine. I'm down to just go for Reflect here, and if this thing wants to set hazards, I think that's okay. Okay, we get Earthquaked, we die. Fine. Let's go Ogre Pawn, and I think I'm just going to go straight for the Ivy Cudgel, because I'm sensing a Whirlwind coming as I try to Swords Dance. Okay, let's Horn Leech right away. Okay, we get U-turned on. Fine. Hopefully Pharaoh doesn't come in, but it probably will, won't it? Okay, let's SD. I think we have the bulk to take on a Mega Latios, unless we get Spadef dropped immediately. Dang. Okay, we can go Moon here. I don't believe a Draco will do it. But that Clefable was super offensive. I don't think that's the thing. It might not have any bulk. Let's this is bad. Because that's definitely going to still kill us with Moonblast, right? No? Okay, maybe not. Let's go for DD. Looks like we might actually survive this. Oh my gosh, that Clefable is like negative defense. What is up there? You guys see that roll? Holy crap. What kind of that must have been bad luck, right? Like even at absolute, I want to calc that. Even at absolute, just for my own curiosity. No? Okay, I guess 0-0 is likely to kill. All right, Pharaoh, I feel like this is a pretty cut and dry. We just click knockoff, right? Okay, we get paralyzed. That's fine. No reason not to DD here, right? I mean, let's check. Yeah, we know it's Scarf Shifu, though. So realistically, are we ever outspeed? I don't think we're ever outspeeding a Scarf Shifu. I think we just attack and don't let ourselves get hazarded on and all that kind of thing. And we'll go for knockoff here in case the U-turn comes off, but alright, it's just going to be a close combat. Totally fair, understandable. I kind of like Tusk here because we can Ice Spinner everything. I think that works. Let's go Tusk here. And we know this is Scarf, so that's not a problem. And I'd really like to chip the Lando for Scizor. That would be great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Do we want to get up rocks? I think we do. I think we want to get up rocks first. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go for the Ice Spinner again. Yeah, I'm going to say, because you never click Surging Strikes there. There's a whole Wellspring on the field. A whole Wellspring. So, does this thing have Mystical Fire? I hope not. That'd be bad. Do we have any option other than going hard, Scizor? Could go hard PZ. I feel like that's not that good, though. Does Scizor die to... It probably does die to a Mystical Fire, right? Probably. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so if it's Mystical Fire, let's just think through this logically. I think... Does Porygon die to a Draco? That's another important question. Okay, it does. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring in Porygon here. Because I don't think you click an attack. I think you always go for Recover. Then we're going to bait the Draco out with Ogerpon. And we see Mystical Fire. That is good information. I'm not happy to see that this thing has Mystical Fire, though. We'll go for Ivy Cudgel here and just die. And we have to bring in the Porygon. And I think we have to go for the Z conversion. Okay. And now we have this. And we can Ice Beam here as the Lou comes in. Oh, wow. Okay. I did not anticipate the staying in. I'm happy it stayed in, but I'm surprised. Because I think now we can win with Scizor. Yeah, so like we will drop here. But that's fine. I think Tusk lives. Yeah, Tusk lives a Scarf set. We Headlong. We finish it off with Scizor. Yeah, I think we should be good to go. And the thing I love about Urshifu is it can't critical hit you because it already does. So you never have to worry about like some BS insane amount of damage. No, Porygon was crucial here, guys. Don't hate. Don't hate on the Porygon results. So, okay. I think we Mega and then we SD. Because how much are we taking from a Shifu? For Mega. Yeah, so let's Mega and SD. Someone says, he says, I think I freaked it. If you mean like messed it up, maybe. Maybe. Do we die to an Earthquake critical hit? No. So, yeah, I'm probably just, I think we just, well, actually, no, I think I SD again here in case it's like Rocky Helmet and then we like don't kill and it's like a defensive Rocky Helmet set. I think we SD again. Okay, now we go for it and we kill. Good. Okay, I think that was the safest end game. Oh, and that was an 1800, so we're facing someone fairly competent there. Yeah, that got a little scary. I don't know if that was just like kind of a somewhat unfortunate matchup with maybe we kind of played it a little poorly. Maybe Wellspring could have been better positioned. Maybe we should go with like a fat Wellspring. That could be fun. That could be fun. But no, Porygon was help. Porygon has been like meaningful to winning the game in one game so far, and that was it. But at the same time, like, you know, like Roaring Moon. Well, no, Roaring Moon's been good. No, Porygon has been the weakest link at this point, I must admit. HF. Let's do the same thing. Same plan as last time. I think it was a good plan. Yeah, Dual Wing Beat's just a general strong hit. Hits Tusk, Zama, which is good. But yeah, okay, like this is fine. I'm just gonna click Reflect. Like we survive a Headlong Rush. We don't love taking it, but like it's not the end of the world. Heatran comes in. This will be Scarf. We do not want to take this. We do want to go right into Roaring Moon. Hopefully we don't get hit with something insane. Okay, cool. That's fine. Let's DD. Okay, and I think we just go for an Acro here, which won't kill, but it'll come pretty close. Okay, that's sad that it got to 1 HP. That makes me sad. Okay. Oh, but this does kind of give us a good opportunity with Stealth Rock, which I like. Let's go into our Tusk, and let's go for Rocks, and if it spins, then we can kill it next turn. I want to try to catch it on the spin. Okay, went for an Ice Spinner. Cool. So now we can go for a... Let's go for a spin, because that way we can like outspeed the Venu, which makes us so scary. Yeah, our opponent is not wanting to deal with this Tusk. That was nicely done, but we can go Scizor here, which is good. And I think we Mega Evo, and I think we do... Actually, hold up. Because earlier we calc... This is a max Spadaf Torkoal. This Torkoal, because we saw it take the PZ hit. So this Torkoal has 0 bulk. Could we, with Scizor, Mega Evolve? No, the odds are like more than half, but that's not what I want to bank on. Well, actually, though, hold up. If we SD'd... How much is Tusk doing to a Venusaur? That's an important question here. It's not quite enough. I think I just Mega Evo and just go for the close combat here. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Okay, solid damage. Yeah, let's go well, we really don't want to risk Tusk. Let's go Ogerpon because it's an Ogre. It's like it's not very good here. Draco, how much did that do? That definitely is not specs or anything like that. So I feel like we just go Tusk here on the hopefully the Thunderclap or that works too, and we can now just get off. So I don't want to let the Heatran come in an eruption for free. So let's go for a Rapid Spin here. We will live a Draco. Okay, it misses. We take those two, and we can Rapid Spin now. Yeah, you got to be constantly aware of that Heatran. It is definitely a threat in this matchup. And now we're in a really good spot, because now we can do the Gambit I was hoping to do earlier, because now the Venu dies to a Headlong Rush from Tusk. So we can kind of like reverse sweep our opponent here, unless they choose to remove our hazards. So I think the play is to SD. Well, let me think about this. Can Abandoned Moon kill Tusk with an Outrage? No. They can't kill Tusk with anything. So in that case, I believe the play here is indeed to sort... Well... Yeah. I think the play is to SD. Okay, and now we close combat. Okay, and we do get the kill. Okay, so if we didn't get the kill there, the plan was to go Tusk and Rapid Spin, which would have let us outspeed Venu. At this point, this is actually a better spot that I'm more comfortable. Well, is it? It depends. Does Porygon live a hit from Venusaur? I should have checked that. Yes, we do. Okay, so in this case, I am now once again declaring I am comfortable. Because we can sack Wellspring here. We can go Tusk. We always outspeed. We can go for a nice Headlong Rush. Okay, Heatran down. Cool. And then against this Venusaur, we always stay in. Yeah, we always stay in. Well, hold on now. Let's think about this. How much is Giga Drain going to restore? I think we have enough turns that this works out fine. Yeah, we just stay in here and go for the, what am I trying to say? We stay in and go for the Headlong. Okay, we get Giga Drain, totally okay. We go PZ, and we just click Ice Beam here. Actually, what does Z Recover do? Restores negative, okay, that's, yeah. Because see, then we die, which is like, oh no, we're about to lose. But remember, then like it'll run out of sun turns. Yeah, because now then we just go. Well, it could be Earth Power, I guess. How much does Earth Power do? Is that killing? That is killing Scizor. So maybe I was a little hasty. I'm assuming it has Weather Ball. Roaring Moon. Whether it's... Yeah, so Roaring Moon is... We're probably going to win here unless it has Earth Power. Then we're in trouble. Then we're in trouble. Yeah. If it has Earth Power, we lose here. Otherwise, we're good. Let's see. The fact that it hasn't clicked Earth Power yet, if they do have Earth Power, they're just being mean. Because you always click it, right? Yeah, nothing. Actually, tell you what, while we're waiting to see if this thing has Earth Power... Okay, it doesn't. Yeah, we should... I think we just... As long as we guaranteed kill the Venu, we always just click Bullet Punch here, and I think we do guaranteed kill the Venu. Yeah, Venu's going down, so we just click. In case it's like Fire, Fang, Roaring Moon, like you never know. Especially on Sun, it's a possibility. Yeah, we could do a quick little story time. So today, I was trying to... Actually, I don't know. Let's just... GG. Okay. So hopefully we don't face that Sun team again. Because I don't really like when my opponent has time to learn the matchup. We have to keep... Like, every time you win against the same team, I feel like your opponent kind of gains an advantage. Because they... As you sweep their team, they get insights about your team, but you don't get as many insights about theirs. No, they don't always have EP. Usually they carry... If it's like... They almost always carry Weather Ball. Someone says, I bet Down02 is praying it has EP. For real, Down02 is the biggest hater. Oh, this is the guy from chat. Please don't snipe, obviously. To do. I kind of want to like set up... I think I want screens ideally as soon as possible, but they feel kind of hard to get up here. Ival's a little scary. I think we just lead with Coco. Okay, Coco v Coco. I'm honestly completely okay with that. I believe we care more about Reflect, so let's get that up first. Yeah, we care more about Reflect here. A lot of physical attackers. Okay, we're going to get hit with a Z. Let's see what type of Z. Gigavolt Havoc, will that be special or physical? I think that's special, right? Yeah, that indicates special. We'll go for a light screen here. Okay, we get U-turned on. We get up our dual screens, and Coco's alive to tell the tale. That's pretty cool, and we don't die to a pursuit here ever, so I'm comfortable to do that. Do we want to get up hazards here? Or how much did that do? That U-turn indicates that this is a... Probably at the 28. So this is probably a max HP tar. I kind of want to just get in Wellspring, like right away. If we get Thunder Waved or something, that would suck. It'll probably just get up rocks, though. So I say we bring in the Wellspring. Okay, cool. Leftovers. Interesting. Let's go for the Cudgel. I think just right off the bat, throwing off a Cudgel is never terrible. And we can sub now on the Pex. This is kind of why we brought... Problem is, though, our opponent knows we have sub, which is kind of what makes this a little tricky, but let's see. And they have Scald. Wow, that was never the play. Okay, let's SD here. And you're staying in. Okay, to Haze. That's okay. I guess. Yeah, stalling screens. Fair enough. We can just do this a couple more times, and I'll go for a Horn Leech. Okay, and then we'll go for another SD. I really don't want to get Baneful Bunkered is the thing. Okay, it's going to be a Scizor coming in. Let's see. Do we want to just Ivy Cudgel, or do we want to... It's a shame that we got caught on that switch, honestly. That sucked. But I guess that happens. I think we can SD here on the U-turn. Yeah. Because nothing looks like it's able to one-shot us, especially now that Coco blew its Z move. Yo, what? No way you went into Pex. It's Horn Leech. Can Cudgel this time. Go for an SD here. Horn Leech, I guess. How do I keep getting got like that? All right, let's SD again, though. It's pretty much the same situation as before. I don't know how I keep like, if I SD'd on that switch, you were just cooked. Putting so much on getting these SDs right, but it's working for you, so I can't really hate, but, I mean, I can hate. Let's Horn Leech here. Get our health back. Let's go for an SD. Okay, cool. Let's Horn Leech now. It's Ivy Cudgel. Has Recover, of course. It's SD. Horn Leech. Yeah, we might actually not be able to get past Pex. I thought this set could always, like, get past the Pex, but it's not really looking like it, is it? Okay, never mind. Our opponents did not do that well. We can Ivy Cudgel here. Cool. Pex comes in, we're clicking Horn Leech. For sure. Oh, wow, okay. Horn Leech here, obviously. I think we kill Coco, so we're definitely... I don't know, I don't honestly understand what Justmon's testing is doing. I'm really confused by the way they're playing this game. Okay, Scizor dead. Cool. Ival, fair enough. Can this thing kill with a Moonblast? It can. Do we want to preserve Wellspring? With Scizor down, Horn Leech looking as good as it is, I dare say we do want to. But what do we sack? Is there anything... You know, I think we do let the Wellspring go, because I feel like we want to keep everything else too much. So, let's let it die. Yep, so be it. I believe we go... Well, it's gotta be Scizor, right? Go Scizor here. And I think we double Tusk. Yeah, because we can get our, you know, rocks. Or do we Ice Spinner here? No, we just Rapid Spin first. Just to get those hazards off the field. And we'll see what set this Landorus is. The only set... Okay, Helmet. So we're not going to have... And we're just going to Ice Spinner immediately. The only thing we have to worry about would have been Scarf for PZ. So now that we know it's not that, I'm feeling better. Okay, and we kill the Landorus. Great. No complaints there. And the Ival is booster speed, though, so we do have to be ready for that. Is chipping this worth it? Or do we just want to get up rocks? How much is Coco taking from... Because I feel like we can probably win this with Scizor. If we... Let's think about this. Let's think carefully here. How much is Coco taking from Mega Scizor Bullet Punch? Coco. Yeah, let's go for rocks here. Because I don't think anything really needs chip to kill Ival. Then we can go to Scizor. And the Pex coming in, how much are we doing with an SD dual wing beat? We're doing a lot. But that is that is max defense Pex, but that's still a ton. So I think we do just SD, Mega Evo SD here. Looks really good. Okay, cool. And we do a wing beat. And this is another reason why you run dual wing beat, because it's really good at it just hits Pex well. Okay, we get the 2 hits. We do not miss. We see Haze come off, but we're still pretty easily killing. So we're just going to go for another dual wing beat here. We're not going to risk the Scald or any of that BS. We're just going to go for dual wing beat. Now, I don't think we really want to take a hit with from Coco with this Scizor, because the Ival could potentially kill us with Vacuum Wave. And also, is Ival dying? 75% chance to die to Bullet Punch. That's good too. No, rocks do matter because it gives us the one shot on Ival if it comes in. Okay, Peck's dead. Good. So, I feel like we sack... I think we sack Moon here because we're going to see a T-Bolt. And if this has D-Gleam, then Moon was useless anyway. And if it doesn't have D-Gleam, well, we can set up here. Okay, awesome. It doesn't have Degleam. Yeah, so unless this is Scarf, it's going to have to Vacuum Wave to get the kill here. Because we outspeed. So let's just go for the Acro. Okay, it is Vacuum Wave. And that, I believe that damage is guaranteed to be... Well, no, that doesn't have to be Specs. It's probably Specs, though. I really don't see you running Vacuum Wave on a non-Specs one. I think we probably just go Scizor here and click Bullet Punch, to be honest. I think that seems like the best play. 75% chance it just dies straight away is pretty good. Yeah. And then we should be able to win with Porygon once the Ival's dead. Okay, cool. We're gonna just get that. This'll die. Okay, and we get the forfeit. Cool. GG. And we make 1800, so that's pretty cool too. We're 5-0. Not bad. Okay, time to test ourselves against Rain, and the plan is definitely Wellspring. I'm kind of wishing I ran Jolly right about now, but you know what? No time for regrets, only time to game. I think we want to Reflect, like, immediately. So let's do that. I'm going to Taunt right away. We do not want this thing getting up all the hazards in the world. Let's see. Hopefully we don't get knocked. Good. Let's get up that Reflect. Okay, now we get knocked. Fine. Wellspring. Let's do it. It's a good sign. Probably can't hit us. Let's SD here. Let's sub. Go for the Ivy Cudgel now. Go for another one. Okay, now we can sub. We'll guaranteed get the sub. And the rocks are okay. We can remove that pretty easily later. We will just go for the Horn Leech here. Okay, good call, but like it's not really going to get you anything because now we've got Ivy Cudgel and Rain. And we definitely keep Ogerpon alive. We don't let this thing die. Oh, this is... I don't know about this one, buddy. Yeah, I for a second I was like, does Swampert get like a double hit? But no, we're just going to eat all of that up. Okay, I'm confused. Let's... What do we sack here? Realistically, we sack Porygon. I know you guys hate it, but it is the... Because Barraskewda is always going to be able to deal with the Porygon, so we let it go. Okay, we get P-Jabbed. Let's check if that's banded. That P-Jab is indeed banded. So we can switch here. Let's bring in Tusk. I'm actually kind of okay with that poison. I actually don't mind, because now we can't get, you know, paralyzed and stuff. And we can get up rocks here. And now we definitely... This is such a nice, just like nice, easy light screen. Okay, we're gonna taunt because I sense a defog having high potential here. Okay, fair enough. We just sack the PZ. It's gonna be another P-Jab. Cool. do we go here? Is it Moon or let's go Scizor? Probably just Scizor Mega SD, I think. Mana, yeah, because this won't do that. I mean, it'll do damage, but it's not going to do anything crazy. And we can CC. I want to dual Wing Beat though, so we don't get the defense drop. So let's do that. Oh, I honestly forgot about the Z moves. It's going to do a lot. And we do hit though, so that's good. I forgot about the lack of screens turns. We're going to preserve this. We go Coco, and we can light screen here. And do we preserve this, or do we... I think we get up a Reflect here. We can U-turn. Okay, fine. It's just Ogerpon, right? Because we can go Ogerpon and Ivy Cudgel here and just kill something. Yeah, Ivy Cudgel does more to Pelipper, which is funny. Okay, Pelipper's going to U-turn, so it's effectively dead. This cannot kill me. Not with a Banded P-Jab. So we're just going to Horn Leech this thing. Actually, in retrospect, I should have Ivy Cudgeled. Horn Leech there was not needed, and that didn't cover the Zapdos as well. But we got the win anyway, but that was a slightly non-optimal play. If I were to rebuild in this team with a different Pokemon in Porygon slot, probably like a Holucha. Somebody asked, what playstyle functions the worst when you put a Trashmon on it? Good question. I feel like if you mean by like Trashmon, like something that like really just does not work, like it's not underrated, it's not hard to build around, like it just cannot in any reasonable circumstance work, I feel like the answer would be Balance. Or maybe like Semi-Stall. Because Stall, you can get away with a 5-mon Stall team. It's worse at the extremes. I mean, it's easier at the extremes. Like you can get away with a 5-mon Stall team. You can get away with a 5-mon HO team. You really can't get away with a 5 Pokemon Balance team. Oh my gosh, I'm facing Pink across but evil. We're facing Pink across except evil. This is the wild crossover. Can I do it? Can I vanquish my evil side? Let's see. This does not look like a good matchup. I'm not gonna lie. And definitely, if not stream sniping, at least this person is very much aware of our team. And probably knew that when they loaded this up, to be honest. I think this is a I do believe this is not like it might be a stream snipe in the sense of waiting to see what my moves will be. Definitely a stream snipe in terms of they know our team. I refuse to believe somebody named Pink Cross but Evil would not be aware of the stream. So we'll see. We're gonna have to play this with that in mind. This is weird. I feel like Wellspring is going to be our main breaker, and I keep saying that, but it keeps being true. We're going to immediately go for a light screen here. We really do need that. Okay, Luster Purge, I don't think we want to engage with that. I want to U-turn here, and I think I want to go straight into Moon. And if we get Draco'd, we get Draco'd, but I feel like we're going to just get... Oh, that's not good. Hopefully it doesn't have Draco. I feel like usually defog sets don't. Okay. So that's the thing. We're just... Is this okay? No, that's not an okay trade. I honestly should have just not clicked that. I don't really know. In retrospect, I feel like, yeah, I just made a mistake. I should have not clicked that. But we're in it now, and let's go Wellspring. Okay, that did nothing, and it's good to know that that's its set. Let's go for a Horn Leech here. Okay, good. So that's down now. That's good. Let's I think we go Tusk on this so we can get up our rocks and see what this is. Okay, so that's banded for sure. Kind of an unfortunate critical hit, but not a huge deal. Well, I mean, it would have been nice to have the health, but it's not. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. We can go Wellspring for sure here. Actually, no way. It's like defog, right? This is honestly whack. I don't really know what to say about this. We could also predict, because Tusk isn't very good at this stage. I actually think I want a Headlong Rush. I'm predicting the Zama will come back in. Okay, it did not. I thought the Zama would come, because like Wellspring was so easy there, I thought surely. But okay, let's go for a Cudgel this time to try to hit the Zama. We could also sub. Let's do that. Let's sub. We really want this gold dead, because that would be huge for Scizor. I think I'm just going to Cudgel. Okay, fine. Let's Horn Leech. Hopefully it's not a speedy Encore variant. That would be super sad. Thanks. Sure, man. Okay, let's go for another Horn Leech. Or actually, no. We can go Moon here. Yeah, that's fine. And let's go for the Knock. Or actually, let's go for Acro, because that covers the Zama as well. And we can go for the Ogerpon here. And I think I'm going to sub again. I think that's fine. It's Horn Leech. We're faster. Good info. I think with that in mind, I think I SD here. Because especially with that Misty Terrain to weaken, it's, yeah. Let's Cudgel, and then we can Horn Leech. Actually, no. Let's Horn Leech. Oh, that was such... Whoops. That was so bad. Let's go Moon. Yeah, no, I should have clicked. I canceled, but not fast enough. And we can go for the Acro here. This guy is also pretty cocky, which I don't like. But okay, we kill the Ogerpon. Terrible. I think that was a mistake on evil Pink Cross's part. Do we sack here, or do we sack? I think we sack here. And we go for the light screen here, because I think the Latios is coming in. Oh, wow, that was a bad critical hit. That was a really bad critical hit. That was... Oh, yikes. We're in serious trouble now, guys. We are in serious... That's super terrible. Okay. If only I canceled correctly. Ah, well. We can go Mega Scizor here, and we can Mega Evo, and I believe we do kill with a Bullet Punch. Yeah, so we can do that. No, it's not going to stay in. Yeah, which is fair. Like, I didn't think it would stay in, but I hoped it would stay in. I think we have to go Wellspring here. Yeah, we're just going to get Never Ending Nightmare. That's really bad. We're, yeah. Well, I don't know what to tell you guys. I did my best. Let's just T-Bolt Raw. Okay, yeah. Lou's just going to switch. I was hoping it would, like, stay in for one turn. We can do this. We can try to freeze it. Maybe we can get a freeze. No, we didn't get a freeze. Okay, we can SD now. We need a Ruination Miss. We got the Ruination Miss. Can we kill Goldengo if we set up to max? Maybe. The plan is definitely SDing to full. Well, hold on. Now we can dual Wing Beat the gold, can't we? And we kill everything else. I feel like that was a total throw by my opponent there. Yeah, I think my opponent just threw. I think we actually just double Bullet Punch the gold. Because, yeah, everything else dies. This dies. This super dies. This very much dies. I don't... Yeah, we don't need to risk any... I don't know what my opponent's doing. Okay, max defense. Good to know, but it just clicked Shadow Ball. Okay. Well, that's, yeah, and we killed us, so... Generational fumble, yeah. I mean, the miss was bad, but you did fumble that. GG. So he said, this is the part... So what did somebody say? It's in the chat. This is the part where Pinkacross learns the power of friendship and locked in. I guess that's kind of what happened, isn't it? You know what, actually? I wonder what my, like, GXE is in Nat Dex. Because I keep, like, having pretty good streams, and then... No, it's actually not even that good. I thought it'd be, like, really good because we keep, like, decaying down and then winning a bunch and then decaying down and then... But I guess it's only been the recent streams. We've had some... You know what? It was the echoed voice. That's what did it. I guarantee. We were, like... We were 99 GXE before the echoed voice stream, for sure, for sure. Huh. Okay. Anyway, yeah, oh yeah, the story time earlier, right? So, oh no, never mind. We got a situation. Oh, no, no, dude. Oh no, no, dude, this sucks. We need to break a stall team. And we have our well. I think we just lose. I think this is one of those cases you just immediately lose on preview. Because PZ does nothing because Lou. Coco does nothing because it only has U-turn, obviously. Wellspring can't touch Shedinja. Scissor's never getting past Dozo. Tusk can't break Sableye. And Roaring Moon can't get past Dozo either. So, I'm trying to see a way out. I don't think there's a way out. I think we just lose immediately on preview because it's a Shedinja stall. If it wasn't Shedinja, we'd have a... This is partly why I hate stall, because it's just like, feels like a total matchup. Like if Shed wasn't here, our Wellspring like kind of wins on preview. Actually, there's something we should do is Power Whip. Hornleech has been okay, but like we need Power Whip to get past Pex. But no, this is pretty annoying. I think we just lose on preview. I genuinely just don't think we have the tools to win this game. Yeah. No, we really just we don't have the resources to do this. Yeah. We lose on preview. I mean, we're going to have to hope on our opponent choking. I think that's the angle I'm going to go. I wonder if there's like a way I can scare out a Sableye lead maybe. No, probably not, right? Let's like try this. We can try leading with this and maybe that'll like scare it out into Tinglu. Like they'll be worried about Nasty Plot or something. Yeah, but no, I think we have a completely unwinnable matchup here. Yeah. No, we're definitely counting on... Oh. You could have just not stream sniped. I'm confused by the forfeit. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna, well, yeah, so that we should have definitely lost that game, but, you know, whatever. Let's move on. No, somebody said forfeit if you don't make progress by turn 30. Those games are at least fast. The plan to win that game depended on getting up hazards with Tusk, and then trying to win with Wellspring. To get hazards up with Tusk, I would have needed to chip down Sableye, which would have involved trying to get Roaring Moon to trying to get Roaring Moon to force Dondozo to rest, then getting Scizor some dual wing beats on Dondozo, trying to critical hit, trying to get it to the point where Sableye has to come in to deal with Mega Scizor, and chip Sableye to the point that it can't take a Tusk Headlong Rush, and then get up Stealth Rock. So that was like my plan, but it depended on a lot of things that probably weren't going to happen, mostly regarding the Dondozo. Okay, HF. Let's see. This is a tread, so PZ has not been putting in nearly as much work as I thought it would. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like maybe Webs is needed because I feel like it just keeps getting outsped by stuff, like every Scarfer. So I think if we give this Pokemon a try again, it's going to be on a Webs team. But okay, this game, I love the look of Roaring Moon. Looks amazing. Probably it's going to get Benetted, but that's okay. I really like Ogerpon as well. I think I want to just start off with Coco. I think that's fine here. And we'll just go for Reflect. Okay, we get U-turned on. Good to know. Scarf confirmed. Oh, I see. In the future, feel free to just get the W. Trying to use RNG for an almost unwinnable MU is part of the fun sometimes. I appreciate the sentiment, though. And now I gotta block PMs. But yeah, no, definitely not sniping. But yeah, no, like. Anyway, where were we at? Let's go Tusk here. We can just get up some rocks, you know. Do our thing. So yeah, I figured Mola would come in here, probably gonna Toxic to cover Tusk, staying in the Wellspring. Gonna go into Scizor on that. Oh, just straight up Flip Turn. That's kind of whack, but hey, I mean that's fine, I guess. Let's go Coco on this. Might get hit by a lot of things. Wow, okay, just gonna Volt Switch immediately. Let's check the calc on that. On that Volt Switch. That's specs. Okay, good to know. Let's go, let's bring in the Ogre. And we just go for the Cudgel here, I think. I'm gonna go Tusk. Well, that's pretty risky, isn't it? It is. Let's do it anyway. Heck yeah. I'm going to go Scizor again. I don't think you do it again. Yeah, okay. Let's go Wellspring here. Nice. We can sub here. Yeah, because Raging Bolt will come in, but it's Specs, which is kind of like you don't want to be Specs here. Oh, but I kind of forgot about Shifu, didn't I? Yeah, that'll sort of shut us down. Yeah, because it won't kill with CC, but a U-turn will do it. Or no, a U-turn won't do it, but will kill with CC. Let's go into Tusk here, because it can take 2 of those. And now let's go into Wellspring. And we can just Horn Leech this time. Oh, or Power Whip. Forgot we don't have Horn Leech anymore. Okay, good Power Whip. Let's go Tusk. Cool. Let's go Ogre again. If we get Volt Switch, we get Volt Switch. Cool. No, we're gaming. This is good. Yeah, we want to chip this, so let's just go for the Ivy Cudgel. Okay, let's go Tusk. Yeah. Let's go Ogre again. Are we gonna do it? Oh, we're crazy. We're insane. Somebody lock me up. Crimes have been committed today. I'm just too good. I'm simply, it's criminal, really. Okay, we gotta sack something, and it's Porygon. Go for Ice Beam here. Oh, we survive. Cool. It's definitely just going to spin, so we can go Scizor. And we can go Ogerpon. One day, One day this guy's going to stop switching in Mola, but probably not today. Oh, that kind of blows. Let's go for a Power Whip. I think we just take our damage and sail it here at this point. This is tough. This is tough. I think we go for the rocks here. Go Coco. Yeah, this is tough. I'm not really... We can go Sizz here. Let's get that Mega Evo SD finally going. Cool. And we can... have we seen this? I want a dual wing beat. If it's Helmet, that would suck. But I wanted to catch the Banette too. Oh, it's Helmet. Come on. They're not that often Helmet. We can CC here, though. Okay, we get the kill, and we don't die. So that worked out okay. The trouble is that Banette can kind of just take one, you know... Buy one, get one free whenever it wants, which is rough. Yeah, we can sack PZ. It's a PZ, so... Let's DD here. Yeah. I was going to say, Banette never comes in hard there. Banette's going to come in here, though, and do its trade thingy, but we're rejecting that offer. Let's go for the headlong. Yeah. And I don't think it'll kill here, right? Can Coco live a CC? No, it can't. Okay, so we have to make we kind of have to do a sequence here. We're gonna have to go Scizor. Does Coco live a sneak? Is another question. It can. We have to bank on that chance. Okay, I was hoping that it wouldn't happen, but it did. So. It went for the Aqua Jet, complete throw. Yeah, no, that was not the right play from our opponent, but we're glad it happened. Coco, can Coco live this? I think it can. Yeah, we go Coco here, we reflect. Go into this, and we go for a headlong. Hopefully we don't die here. If we do die, we definitely lose. Okay, I think that was a throw. Okay, but we don't kill, so that's not good. We have to go Moon here. We need to be able to survive. We have to DD here. We acro. Or we can knock, I guess that's fine. No, we never win this. We can't win this game. Yeah, we can't win this game. No, there's one thing we can do. Hold up. Get ready for this. I forgot about taunt. We might have just figured it out. We might have cracked the code. It depends. If it has gunk shot, then no code cracked. Okay, cool. I think we just won. Because we acro here. I think we outspeed. I don't think Jet kills. I think we do kill. I think our opponent totally threw that game, but I guess that's what happens when you are in 1600s on the Natdex ladder. Whew. That was wild. We should not have won that game, but goes to show you guys, that's kind of the little lesson you can learn from that. When you are in an unwinnable situation and you need to count on your opponent throwing, count on your opponent throwing, right? Like our opponent, they could have gone for Poltergeist there and then we would have lost. we won because of good playing and our opponent totally throwing that game. Go the angle where if your opponent throws, you win. That's all we did. In that case, a poltergeist miss or a throw like Shadow Sneak would have worked. And we got the throw. So, good stuff. Oh, that's OU. Where's Natex? Let's check that again. Where's Natex? Here we go. 23. Not too bad. So he says, hello in chat, says, Pinka, will you do a Bastadiodon stream? Notice you've yet to feature a top tier. That's pretty funny. Yep, we are undefeated the whole stream, although we really should have lost that stall game, so it's kind of dumb. Like, we should not have won that. Why have we seen, like, 5 or 6 Ting lose today, dude? Like, I just wanted Porygon to do something, and we see nothing but Ting lose every single game. Ugh. At the same time, we probably didn't do justice by Porygon. I think more special spam. PZ should not be the only special attack. So I think that was our big mistake. We made it so that Porygon-Z was the only special attacker, so really nothing was chipping Ting-Lu. And it just, I don't feel like the team supported it that well. I feel like this team would probably be better with something random like Lucha over PZ and just be like kind of a normal hyper offense. But anyway, we have it now. Maybe PZ can do something in this final game. No, the lesson's not to not use Porygon. I feel like Porygon's viable. I think we just got to go about it in a different way. It's either got to be a special spam hyper offense or a webs or both. Okay, let's think about this. Since they face that guy, tell me the sets. Anyway, though, looking at this here, yeah, I kind of want to just lead with Coco. I do it a lot, but you know, it's because it's good. Let's go Tusk. I don't want to eat a gunk shot here. At least, I mean, we will eat a gunk shot, but I don't want to eat a gunk shot for nothing. We get poisoned, so be it. We can go for rocks here, probably as Corv comes in. Then we can go into Coco and we can get up our screens. Yeah, let's see if we can go a clean 10-0. This matchup looks kind of not great. Well, that's not quite true. It sort of depends on what happens with this Corviknight. Okay, this time, that gunk shot, how much did that do to Tusk? The gunk shot itself, just the attack, did 20. That's pretty normal. Coco can survive this, I believe. Yeah, it's not going to like it, but it'll survive. And there's also the mischance. Okay, we hit by high horsepower. We take that pretty well. And I can just U-turn here. This is a good opportunity to go into Scizor. I'm just going to Swords Dance. And we can probably outspeed the Corv and hit it with a big CC. So let's just do that. We see it's not leftovers, which is good too. We probably outspeed it. Okay, we outspeed. We get off a CC. A lot of damage. We see Helmet, but that's fine. Defog comes off. Okay, fine. Let's just go for another close combat. Okay, Zama's going to come out. I believe we do kill with a Bullet Punch here. I'm going to go for that. If Lele comes in, so be it. We deal with that. I can like wait for a little bit and act like I'm gonna predict it. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break while we make our opponent pretend like we're considering the Lele switch. Okay, I'm back. Oh no, that was a little longer than usual. I really had to pee. Lot in the tank. Let's go for bullet punch. Okay, Lele comes in fine. Sack Porygon. There's a Tinglu at full health. What do you want me to do? Okay, focus miss. Cool. All right, maybe there's hmm. We can maybe switch here. Let's go Coco. Let's go Coco. Let's give that a go. Okay, that damage indicates Scarf. 68% chance to kill, but it might miss. Let's go for the, I'm going to say Reflect. But then Lele is looking really threatening. Now let's still Reflect. Okay, cool. I think we just U-turn here, and we immediately bring in the Wells, the Ogre. Ivy Cudgel, right? Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, let's just Acro. We're not going to get a DD off. We're always getting Whirlwinded there anyway. Lele's going to come in. I actually don't want to let this die here. Tinglu is dead. Porygon-Z just became so real. Porygon-Z just became so real. What do we sack? I actually think we sack Ogerpon. I think that's the least useful Pokemon. See, guys, I'm not just all about sacking the PZ. I'm about sacking the PZ because the PZ is not good. In this game, it's actually good, so we're not sacking the PZ. See how that works out? Okay. Let's go Tusk. I don't think you leave in Lele here. Yeah. Okay. And we can spin here, which is great. Removal is amazing at this stage. Totally fine. This thing wants to roost. I think this is the time that we get our Z conversion up. Yes, I do wash my hands, and I dry them. Okay, Lele, I think dies, right? Pretty good chance to die. It's just T-Bolt. PZ doing PZ things. This, oh, AV, it can't kill us though, so. High horsepower, let's see. We get poisoned, unfortunately. So so we are going to go down, but PZ did something. Let's go Scizor here. Zama. I feel inclined to go Tusk. I think that's our least useful Pokemon here. Okay, cool. Gonna go into this because we can threaten the kill now with Bullet Punch, and then I'm going to CC the Kartana. Okay, we didn't get the Kartana. Focus Blast here probably doesn't kill. I'm gonna do a Wing Beat. Okay, we're probably gonna kill the Lele here. Good. All right. And now it's a little awkward, but it's winnable. I think it comes down to a 50-50 here of whether we Bullet Punch. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, no, because Kartana is likely to kill Scizor here. So I think we just I think we always okay, wow, that's surprising. Let's CC. We survive. Scizor. You monster. Hold up. I definitely have to go Moon here, I think. Or no, but let's check. Do we know if this is banded yet? What is it close combated? It's killed a Coco. And it's killed a Tusk. We don't know it's set. Does anyone in chat tell me if this is banded? People who have faced this, I'm going to ask, or no, I'll just wait for it to catch up. People that have faced this team, tell me if this is banded, because this is very crucial information for how we... No, I think we have to sack Moon either way. Yeah. Heck yeah. Did we do it? Did we do it? I think bullet punch kills now. GG. Clean 10-0 stream. Should be 9-1 because that stall game. There was no way we were winning that. Whew. Okay. That was pretty epic. That was pretty epic. Solid 10-0 stream. Sick. Okay, let's take a quick poll before we end this. Let's do this. Start a poll. Okay, first of all, new zoomed in view. Good, bad. And then I'll get your, after this, I'll get your opinion on Porygon-Z and potential future things. So while you're voting on whether you like, while you're voting on whether you like that or not, just to discuss you know what kind of things we'd see. Did I put OU? I did. I'm so used to just putting OU. This is kind of like what I'd see with PZ. We'd have like, you know, like Lele Vault, like a more specially based, like it might be webs, it might not be webs. Yeah. I don't really, but basically we just have a team that's a lot more focused on breaking down spot. We might even run like, honestly, like with webs, we might even run like a Zard Y. That could be kind of fun. So it would be a different kind of team. Like this is the sort of thing we'd be building if we were to use PZ again. Let me check the, okay, people say good. So that's good. So basically, yeah, just what I did is I made the games bigger. Like I used to be showing more of the screen and now we're showing less. And it's just a little, I think everybody can see a little better and it's cutting out some of the stuff that nobody really needed to see. So I'm glad you guys like that. That's good. And then, PZ part 2. Oh wait, no, I'm just chatting. Okay, let's do this. PZ part 2 with webs and or special spam HO next time. Yeah, so I think Porygon wasn't terrible, but I think we honestly gave it the worst possible support. We gave it screen. Well, that's not true. We didn't give it the worst. We gave it screens, which it liked, but we didn't really give it. We didn't give it webs, and we didn't give it any other special attackers. So I feel like we can do better. I think we can do better, but I think we did it a little dirty in the builder. Even though like the team turned out okay. I feel like, as I said, I feel like with something different over Porygon-Z, this is actually a pretty solid HO team, especially because you can put a Z Pokemon instead of Porygon. Alternatively, you could make Porygon a non-Z slot, like if you wanted to go Lucha, and then you could make Roaring Moon Z. So there's a lot of room for customization here. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. So it seems like yes is the vote. So we will be doing a Porygon-Z part 2. It's not going to be soon. I wait a little bit to do the part 2 so people don't get bored. And yes, the Mega Beedrill stream is definitely happening, but I really want to be better with the meta before I do that because Mega B is near and dear to my heart. I want to do well by Mega B. Thank you very much, guys, for attending. This was a lot of fun. Never have we gotten such a good win-loss ratio on a stream before, even though one of them was kind of not very legit, but you know what? I didn't force the forfeit, so I guess we take those. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. We'll do the Porygon-Z part 2, and I'm not going to end too early this time. All right. We're going to end in 3,